Freedom Queen Live. Freedom Queen Live. I am so excited for today. I'm so excited. Hi, Freedom Queen Live. Hello, hello, hello. If you're with me live now, say hello in the chat. If you're not with me live and you're watching the replay, just comment below. I would love to know who you are. Okay, Freedom Queen Live, I am so freaking pumped for today's live, and I'm going to talk about why I'm so excited about this. But let's get some people on Freedom Queen Live. So I hope that you're loving our new graphic here on the screen. I'm obsessed with it. The many faces of Freedom Queen Live and what that looks like. I'm obsessed with it. Hi, Britt. Movement health coach Britt, I've been loving seeing you show up. Gemma, I just saw your email come through in for another 3 months inside of the headquarters, which I'm just so excited about. Everything inside of my programs is going like this. Boom. Everything is being taken to another level now and for the rest of my life. So I'm excited that you're in that program. Who else is here with us? If you're with us live, say hello in the comments below. I would love to know who you are and where you're at. So we've rebranded Freedom Queen Live, and I have a really important update. In today's training, I'm gonna be giving you a lot of behind the scenes moves that I'm making, things that I'm doing in my business, because I think it's really helpful to see and hear what other people are doing and how they're navigating certain things. So I rebranded Freedom Queen Live, which I'm just so excited about. You can see the new branding here. Now, on Thursday of this week, I am leaving Thailand, and I'm so sad because I love Thailand. I'm obsessed with it. It is somewhere that I have wanted to be living forever. This morning I was downstairs in my living room. You guys probably all know what my living room looks like. I take pictures of it daily and upload it because it's my favorite place ever in our house. And Robbie was looking out at the sunrise, and I was having my cucumber ginger juice. And he said, "We did it. Like, we always wanted to live in Thailand. When I first met Robbie, for reference, we were terrified of living in Thailand because, well, at the time you had to, when you got to Thailand, you had to, I don't want to say the words because I don't want it to get kicked off YouTube, but you had to go stay in a hotel for 5 days before you could go out and do anything in the country. And so Robbie and I were, we don't want to do that for a long time. We want to wait until it opens up more. So last year when it finally opened up, we were like, we're going to rip the Band-Aid off and go. And I remember we just booked the tickets. We were like, we're doing this. We booked business class Emirates tickets. We're flying to Thailand. Really didn't have any idea what to expect. And now we've been loving it. And we've been here for 9 months, like in total over the last year, which is just so crazy. We did it, ripped the Band-Aid off and went anyways. And I feel like this move to Mexico that we're doing this Thursday is a similar vibe of, it feels like a jump. It feels like a very much so a Bridget James Ling, Robbie, that's my boyfriend's name, move that we would make. We said our entire relationship and our businesses have been built off of freedom and the ability for you to be able to decide where you're going, when you want to go, doing whatever it is that you want to be doing. The other day, we were sitting on the couch and Robbie and I were talking. We were trying to figure out where we're going to stay in Mexico. And we're like, these are our problems. Where are we going to stay in Mexico? I remember like a couple of years ago, our problems were not that. Our problems were like, how are we going to afford rent, student loans, like everything? So I want you to keep taking action. I want you to keep showing up for the thing that you want to be building. I want you to keep moving and moving and moving. Keep going. So Freedom Queen Live, since I'll be in Mexico starting on Thursday, is now going to happen at Mondays at 10 a.m. Eastern. So for the hi Oleta, hi Pearl. For those of you that are more Eastern, more like US, Western Europe side of the world, 10 a.m. Eastern, and this time should work for most time zones around the world. 10 a.m. Eastern on Mondays, right here on the Freedom Queen Live channel. Now, I want you to put in the chat, what are some of your wins that you have right now? I want you to just like blow up the YouTube chat. What are some of the wins that you have right now? We have so many wins inside of our extraordinary mastermind. Bree just had a $12,000 month. Sarah is having one of her biggest I think her biggest cash month ever, which I can't wait to celebrate with her. Isabel is showing up like crazy. Michelle is starting to sell her course. And then inside of our headquarters, we have so many other wins that I'm excited to share with you all. Gemma's in New York City. Val is blowing up in her membership. Casey is just like loving everything that she's teaching and signing on clients inside of her new membership program. But I would love to know, put it in the chat. What are some of the wins that you have? Put them in the chat here. I would love to hear them. If Britt, Gemma, Aletta, Pearl, if you're here with us, put them in the chat as well. I would love to know what are some of your wins. Because I have been watching everyone inside of the Make Money membership. I've been watching everyone inside of the Make Money membership inside of the Freedom Queen Wins tab. And I've been absolutely loving celebrating you all and featuring some of you inside of our inside of the work that we're doing. I know from last week when I reviewed the Freedom Queen Wins form, many of you had your first 5K month. Some of you had a 40K month. Like, there was just so many wins. Some of you are just showing up on another level. It's just been so amazing to watch you all step into this next level. So I'm so excited. So drop your wins in the chat. I would love to hear them. Showing up way more, and my first course drops on Thursday. Britt says, Bridge, I went live in my course and signed on 2. I'm assuming 2 clients. Melissa, that is everything. I'm pulling up, we have our monthly wins thread. There are so many wins in here. Getting more confident on video. Catherine had her biggest month, which was 13K. Interview with the magazine, podcast interviews, like just so much massive moves, so much visibility. It's incredible. My content has been low-key blowing up. More people watching than ever. Also working on a masterclass to finally drop next month. Super excited, Gemma. It's my final night in New York City. I'm literally sat right now looking at my hotel room window at the Empire State Building, all lit up and just thinking about the incredible week I've had. So incredible. Gemma, that is everything. Like, I feel like I'm with you there in New York City right now. Like, that is everything, Gemma. I'm yes, and yes. Oh my gosh. Well, I want you to celebrate yourself today. I want you to celebrate no matter where you're at in your business, because when we can live in the game, look at how far you've come, look at everything that you've achieved, rather than being in the gap. I'm reading this book by this Dr. Benjamin Hardy. He's an incredible person. He teaches people how to go 10x instead of doing 2x moves. He talks so much about the gap and the game. And when you can live more in the game, when you can live more in the, I'm so proud of myself for where I'm at today, versus, oh, I have to hit another level, I'm not there yet. You're going to hit that next thing so much faster, because it's not coming from a place of need. Everything in your life is coming from a place of desire. And I just love that. So I want you to take time today, this week, to really celebrate yourself. Okay, upcoming programs. We have Icon. Have you all seen the branding for Icon? It is iconic. If you are inside of the headquarters, you automatically get access to Icon. 2-week program, mid to end of June, on showing up on video. It's going to be completely different than the last round that we've done of Icon. So if you were an Icon before, It's going to be totally different. I'm going to be talking a lot more about magnetic energy, about a lot more about living in quality, about living in the gain, about showing up as someone on the internet and in your life that you absolutely love, being that person, and also creating a movement where people flock to you and you know how to show up on video and you know how to show up on your Instagram lives or with your clients or wherever, at the coffee shop, really teaching you how to have this icon energy that you have inside of you, that is in 100% inside of you. So we have that. Other thing that is happening is, you guys know I'm going to be in Mexico, then Paris, then Portugal, then Cape Town, South Africa. And we are announcing, I have a video dropping soon on VIP weekends. And so you can book one with me in Mexico. You can book a VIP weekend with me in Portugal, Paris, Italy, or Cape Town, South Africa for this year, which is just like, what? You can book one with me wherever around the world, and we'll get that booked for the rest of this year. Send me a message over on Instagram if you've been feeling called. You're like, Bridge, I want to do a weekend with you one-to-one. And basically what it's going to be is you and I, you're going to fly out, or I'm going to meet you in a beautiful country. We're going to have an entire long weekend together. Now, when I do events, I love to do adventurous things. And so we're going to do some excursions. We might go boating, we might go sailing, we might go diving, we might go zip lining, we might go hiking a waterfall, we might go whale watching, we might go swimming with whale sharks, depending on where you're at around the world. And we'll do a spa day. I'm so excited for these weekends because basically what I'm doing is I'm taking everything that I experience on a day-to-day basis, but I'm pulling it into one iconic weekend where you're treated like a queen. We go on crazy adventures that you and I, like, no one else will ever experience this. Just you and I will forever remember the experiences that we had, from laughing to crying to getting very into your movement and business. Something we will be doing on the VIP weekends is sitting down together and mapping out your entire business, having a dreaming session, which I know are extremely important inside of your business. A dreaming session where it's like, we're going to map out what is the vision for the next X amount of years, 5 to 10 years inside of your business, and how are you actually going to do that? And then one of the most favorite things that we're going to be doing on VIP weekends is building your own brand trailer. Building basically a mini movie for you on your brand and what that looks like. I've created these for myself at different retreats that I've hosted, and I love them. So I'm going to do them for you. So I'm so excited about VIP weekends. If you can't already tell, I'm like, oh my God, we're going to be meeting around the world, potentially flying together, depending on where we're at. Like, it's going to be so iconic. And I cannot wait for VIP weekends. Like, where are we going? Where are we going, Freedom Queen? Anywhere around the world. So I'm so excited for those. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. What location would you like to go to? Icon is epic. Celebrating showing up more. Sophie's in the house, booked a one-way ticket. I leave on Saturday. Oh my God. My content is totally hitting different thanks to you. The measurement movement is Sophie. This just makes me so happy. Currently watching Icon that you ran last. Icon this year is going to be next level. Morgan May says, where in Mexico? So I'll be living in Tulum, but we can book anywhere because you guys know me. I'm a freedom queen. I go everywhere. Paris, Italy, Thailand, Dubai. So we can go anywhere. Putting a VIP weekend with you on my manifestation list. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm so excited. Like, this is everything. So I cannot wait for VIP weekends. You and me around the world, Paris. It's just going to be insane. So people are messaging me to book them. I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. Okay. So that is what is going on. And I wanted to share with you all a little bit of behind the scenes of my own business and things that I'm adjusting and moving into. So I feel really called right now, and you'll just put a yes in the chat if you feel this way for your business. I feel really called to go next level. And not in a level that I've gone next level before, not in a level of like small little gains, small little things. I'm talking like it just doesn't make sense, sort of boom. Put a yes in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. This is what I feel like doing right now. This level of like, I want everything and am creating everything to be of next level caliber. Freedom Queen Live, next level caliber. Relationships with clients, deeper, more expanded. Content, another level. Conversations, another level. My clients' businesses, another level. Health. Put a yes in the chat if you feel the same for your business. If you're like, this is the time where I take everything to another level. And I've said this before, but I mean, like, it feels different right now. It feels like almost as if everything you've been doing leading up to June, leading up to this moment now, it's still May, Tuesday of May in my time. Leading up to now has been like a cocooning period. It feels like it's been like a refinement period. It's been a clarity period. I've been building the foundations period. I've been getting it together period. I've been organizing period. This season right now feels like we're going. We're moving. Over the last few months, I've been so introspective. I've been so internal. Like I've never done so much inner work and reflection. Over these last few months, it's like, oh my God. I feel like I have grown decades in the last 5 months. Put a yes in the chat if you feel that way as well. And what you've gained over the last few months, 5 months, whatever, through that introspective time is wisdom, is lessons, it's learnings. And you can use those lessons and those learnings as fuel to your next level. Avery's here. Hi, Avery. Avery's in our headquarters. She has a retreat happening in Costa Rica. I'm so excited about that. Pearl says, yes, let's go. Avery, yes. Maggie. Hey, Maggie. Yes. Sophie, yes. Gemma, yes, yes, yes. Jenny Lynn, yes. Maggie, yes. Rose, literally. Well, I'm so glad that we're talking about this today on Freedom Queen Live because I've been very silent about it. I've been very quietly reflecting on now is the time for quantum growth. Now is the time for you planted the seeds. You did all the work the last 5 months. I know you have. If you're in my community, if you're in Freedom Queen, you've been doing the work. You've been planting the seeds. And now it's time to bloom. It feels like a blooming season where it's like opportunities that you didn't even know were possible were coming your way. And I want to remind you of who you are. Why am I getting emotional? I want to remind you of who you are. You are someone that is building something extraordinary. You have the power to build something that has never been done before. And I don't, these last 5 months, maybe you've been planting seeds. You've been out gardening, farming, doing the work, planting the seeds, rolling up your sleeves, getting to it. But now it is the time for you to allow everything to bloom, everything to blossom into this next level. I want you to dream with me for a second. Put it in the chat. What is something in 2023? One thing, 2023 that happens and you're like, oh my God, how? You're like, I don't know how that happened. I have no idea. Put it in the chat. What's one thing? You're not sure how, it just happened. What's one thing put it in the chat that you're like, what? If this happened, it would be crazy. I love getting my daily dose of bridge energy. This Brit says, what's that one thing in the chat that you're like, you know what? I'm capable of doing this. I can do this. I am meant for this. Maggie says 100 people in my membership. Maggie, I want you to make that, I want you to 5x that goal. What would you do in order to have 500 people in the membership? What about 1,000 people in the membership? Pearl says making 100K. What would that look like? What would that feel like? I'm going to give you all a little secret, something that I do behind the scenes when I'm going for goals. Inside of my head, I pretend. So if my goal was make 100K this year, I'll say to myself, what would it look like if I made 1 million this year? What would I do? Who would I have to be to make 1 million? If let's say I wanted, if my minimum, I wanted 100 people my membership, I'll tell myself I want 1,000. 1,000 people. Because then I'm going to move towards that goal. Just in case you forgot, you are capable of doing absolutely epic things. It is only up here. It is only up here that we tell ourselves that we're not capable. It is only in here that we tell ourselves these stories. It's not possible for us. It is only in here where we have these feelings of doubt that it's not going to happen. I was watching a training yesterday with one of my favorite mentors, Myron Golden. He was talking about how doubt and faith are the same. They go hand in hand. And so you can either have faith that it is going to happen, or you can live in the doubt. But either way, when you have more faith, that's telling your brain and body to live in the positive. When you have more doubt, it's telling your brain and body to live in the negative. And when you're living in the negative, when you're living in the doubt of what if it doesn't work out, your brain doesn't really know the difference, and it just assumes that it's not happening. And what starts to happen is you stop moving. He said something to me yesterday that just blew my mind. He said, anticipation is your greatest gift. Anticipation is your greatest gift. It is your superpower. Can you start anticipating that amazing things are going to happen in your life? Can you start anticipating that you're going to have the 250 cash in your business, that you're going to have a 30K month sold out retreat all over the world? Did you know my first retreat in Costa Rica, first retreat I ever hosted, I sold it out in 2 months, before the event. And I had no proof. I'm getting chills right now. No proof anyone was going to come. But I anticipated, despite the old stories, despite the doubt, I anticipated it was going to sell out. And I had 1 week left to the retreat, oversold the retreat. I could not stay in the villa because I oversold the retreat? Can you start to expect that you'll have the 100K year, that you'll have the 30K months, the 250 in the bank, whatever it is? Don't allow yourself to go into those areas of, oh, it might not work. I know you. I know you and what you're capable of doing. Keep reminding yourself of this. Keep going all in when you're like, I'm not sure. Reroute. Let me move myself away from that. Let me switch the pathway. I'm going down this pathway. I believe in myself. Because that's all we got. That's all we need. Belief in ourselves that it is going to happen. Anticipation that it is going to work out for us. You stay on that track, you're about to have the greatest adventure of your life. Like, this is it. This is it. Call it delusion, call it whatever you want to call it. You just start assuming that it is going to work out for you and it will happen. I had no proof that anyone will come to that retreat. No proof. I just knew in my heart and soul that people were going to join. And at that point in my business, I hadn't even made 100K in a year yet. I hadn't even hit 100K a year at that point when I decided to sell that. Very shortly after deciding to host that retreat, deciding to make a big move, deciding to take a risk, I hit my 100K year because I was being someone that leads, that goes anyways, that says, I'm a lead. I don't need you. I don't need the validation from people buying, but I would love if you join. But either way, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to anticipate that people are going to buy. Start anticipating 1,000 people in your membership, Maggie. Start anticipating the 30K months, Avery. Anticipating the 100K year, Pearl. Anticipating the 250K cash in your business, Jenny Lynn. And anticipating that it's going to happen for you. The moment you start to allow yourself to get into, I don't know, change the state, change your state immediately, change your state, change your state, change your state. Because the state that you're in is going to affect the moves that you're making. If your state is, I don't know if it's going to happen, do you think you're going to be like when you go to sell the thing, when you go to present the thing, do you think you're going to be in an energy of this is working out for me? Probably not. I would also assume that if you're living in the doubt, what will start to happen is you will get to this place of not even wanting to take action. Maybe you start to take your foot off the gas and you put it on the brake, which could look like not showing up on stories, which could look like procrastination, which could look like not doing this, launching the scary thing. Do you know that you will always be supported? Our brains literally have not developed with technology, right? Technology is it's growing at a rate that our brains cannot keep up with. So many times our brains are living in survival mode. They're living in an outdated programming. And so what that does for most people in society is they're afraid to take risks. They're afraid to step out of the edge, to step out of the boundary, to see what might happen. And they end up living in a box of majority doubt, worry, and fear. of this not going to work out. But we don't have to. Most people in the world that are on these platforms, that's building a business, most people, our daily needs are met. We have somewhere to sleep, we have running water, and we have food. But our brains continue to tell us survive, survive, survive. And especially, even if you were in something like a 9-to-5 job, or you're in one right now, I completely get it, because when I was in a 9-to-5 job, making $50,000 a year, I was living in survival. But when you get yourself to this place of, I am going to be more than okay. I'm living in a world where anything is possible. I'm living in a world where I can achieve and I can do things and I can create this incredible life that I want to create. When you're living in that, you're not surviving. You're living in a overflow. So in the month of June, in this time period, I want you to, at the end of May, going into June, I want you to get in this space of, I'm not baby coach. I'm not even baby coach. I'm not baby CEO. I'm not baby anything. I am next level. I am someone that's doing something iconic. Watch me. I want everyone to put this in the chat today if you're with me live. Put the words watch me in the chat. Watch me in the chat. Watch me go and sell out this program. Watch me go and have my 100K year. Watch me go and have Avery sell out her retreat. Maggie, watch me go and do the 1,000 people in the membership. Watch me. I'll be watching you. I'll be with you. I'll be out in the field like, let's ride. Let's go. Maggie and Taisha and Jenny Lynn and Melissa and Catherine and Gemma, watch me go, Catherine says. Watch me, Avery. Watch me, Rose. Watch me, Pearl. Watch me, Rasna. Yes. This is it. Avery retracts her message. Had to get a typo. I'm going to be watching you in the field. I feel like sometimes we forget what we're capable of. Maybe you've forgotten. Maybe you've forgotten that, wait a second, you've been playing in the small ballpark over here. You've been playing in the little leagues, and you're like, but you are a big player. And if you're in the Freedom Queen community, you're a big player. You're an A player. You're the 1% crazy. You do things that like no one else is doing. You have the craziest manifestations that happen. But maybe you've been doing that in the little leagues, and it's time to step up and move into the bigger realm. I hope that today in Freedom Queen Live, you remembered who you are. I hope that today you set a new standard for yourself. I hope that today you decided, you know what? I'm going to go beyond the edge. I'm going to see what is possible for me, because you owe it. I want another one today. You owe it to yourself to find out your potential. You owe it to yourself to find out what you're actually capable of. And I'm here with you. You want to sell out the program? Amazing. Let's do it. You want to host the retreat and sell it out? Amazing. Let's do it. You want to host a conference? Amazing. You want to launch your book? Amazing. I have full certainty in you. 100% full certainty in who you are and what you're bringing. Let's get out. This is me right now coming to your house, coming to where you're playing the game in the little leagues. And I'm calling, and I'm like, they're like, coach, that's me. I'm calling you to another game, a bigger game. It's time. Freedom Queen. Next Monday, I want you and me back on Freedom Queen Live. It's going to be 10 a.m. Eastern. We'll send out an email too, but 10 a.m. Eastern on Mondays. 10 a.m. Eastern on Mondays. I want to feel your energy. I want to know that by next Monday it has shifted. You're like, Bridget already has. Coach, it already has. Coach, I'm already there. Coach, I want to know that you're packing up your bags right now from the little league game that you've been playing, and you're taking them over to the big leagues. You're going, even when you get into the big leagues, it's like you're going to the top. You're going to be beyond the big leagues. You're creating your own league. And I got your back. You're going to see some crazy things dropping in the Freedom Queen movement this summer, this month, end of May, going into June. I love you so much. Go take action. Go remember who you are. Welcome to your next level. Okay, Freedom Queen. I will see you next Monday. Bags are already packed, Pearl says. I will see you next Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern right here on this YouTube channel. I will be in Mexico, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Freedom.